Okay, so now I started it.
And you're up. At least it looks like it's.
Do you
At
see
least
it
I'm
on
getting
the...
a signal.
Okay, so while
Yes,
I'm
I see you.
looking... Okay, because I'm trying to view the channel on my phone and it doesn't show the stream.
I see you right now in the studio.
Yeah,
It
you
may
see it
take
in
a
the
second
studio,
for it
but
to
it's
go
not
out.
on the... It's not on the actual page because I had Pike Freak message me that the stream viewer just isn't viewable. I thought I was live during the early parts of this game, and apparently I'm just not.
Let's see. View channel.
Okay, now I see the part 2 stuff.
Yeah, I see you live now. Yeah.
Okay, I think I
Coming
should
up
be
on
fine
the feed.
live then. Right. Thank you. You can stick around if you want to.
Absolutely.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Sure.
Let me hop in the game here.
All right. Give me a second. I'll tell them that it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what we have here is Rixa on a warriorish build. It's probably going to be another Rixa special with tributes. I'm not 100% sure. And Nate Dogg is going to be on return.
Nate Dogg does love his return as of late.
And I do too.
Has been all over that.
That deck is so fun. It's both fun and strong. I think it's one of those underplayed decks. I've said it before, but I think Relinquished and Return are both right below Turbo and Warrior, and really, really good. And both, like, it's both good and a little different, so you kind of tickle the spice lots a bit.
A solid pilot can really take those decks super far. It's just especially with like the return strategy. I can't say too much about the relinquish stuff, but I know that with the return strategy, it's just it's good. It's good stuff. You know,
Basically.
Return's a great bomb card. You play a lineup similar to like Warriors, and Warriors trap lineup is already pretty solid to begin with. So when you just add return,
I agree.
you don't really change up the plot too much, but you still have a solid base.
That's pretty much the idea behind Thunderclap as well, because Thunderclap was just developed by using return decks and then dropping return. Okay, Rixa does not respect Torrent. There has to be a Solemn back here. Playing around does shoot, very diligent. If this Zaborg connects, he's in a really good spot. Pot is always a great draw anyway. I think the interesting part about return is that it's not quite aggro. Well, I guess it has like aggro elements to it. That's a strong mirror force. Would you solemn this? I mean, you would drop to 2k. It's dangerous, but on the other hand, you can guarantee the plus.
Yeah, I mean,
it's difficult.
Both life points are getting low here. I guess it's just like, how much do you value this rip?
But especially against return, getting your LP up is still important because those swings are big, but there hasn't been anything banished so far. There hasn't been any monster so far for Nate Dogg. So.
Yeah, Nate Dogg doesn't have the setup to really get a lot moving here.
Yeah.
It is one downside of the deck is that you do need a little bit of pacing, a little bit of tempo.
Yeah. So I've done some scouting before this. Like, I've seen the replays. It looks like Nate Dogg actually just replaced the Angels, but with straight up Sasakis. So the way that I used to play return was that I replaced 2 Angels with 1 Sasuke, 1 Rhoda. And he seems to just not want the Rhoda and just straight up went 2 Sasakis. Which is interesting.
I mean, Sasuke is a general pretty strong warrior monster. I mean, even with or without the Rhodas, being able to have something that just answers annoying cards. Spy.
Absolutely. But then again, Rhoda could have searched it anyway, but I guess having the secondary one makes you not as vulnerable to Sakuretsu. Okay, MST just shooting in the end phase. We're not playing around. Exiled beatdown. This is the future.
Nothing with this exile. That's crazy. Literally nothing. I mean, it would still be the same clock. Like, but it's just so.
It's 2 turns. It might be a 1 turn with a ring.
I mean, it's a summon after this makes it a 1 turn, so maybe
True.
just
But the
in
summon
that setup.
forces you to play into torrent. But I think we're pretty much established that there's this, okay, there's the solemn. So now you can't do that anymore. Ricks are probably just banking on Nate Dogg being bricked. Because he hasn't done much during the last turns.
What's the bracket looking like?
This is winner's final. Pike Freak won in the loser's final, so the loser of this is playing against Pike Freak. Okay, so the snatch actually doesn't do anything except for preventing yourself from dying. Because the 1000 damage you get by attacking is just paid right back.
It evens out.
There might actually be a play where you tribute set as a Borg over this, just to prevent the HP gain. And that's also a problem that return decks have. They have so many bricks if they don't get going early on. There's the returns that don't do anything unless you have setup. There's the Borgs, there's the Chaos Sorcerer and BLS. A lot of stuff can go wrong.
You think it's just like a lack of starters?
Well, it's not that they have a lack of starters. They have the Decos and the Spies. It's just that you have to have them. And they might get knocked. But I guess that's that kind of the thing. Like, you want them to get knocked. It's kind of they kind of become starters either way if they get dealt with or not.
Right. Like, you just don't have like the draw power, the consistency for it to come up as often as like other decks that do the Deco Spies.
I think they have enough starters. I think the problem is more that you have so much stuff that relies on the starters to go through. If you compare to stuff like Turbo, they don't really care aside from their Chaos Summons, and that's like 3 bricks, and Return has 5, maybe even 6.
It'll come up as 240p.
Yeah, I don't really know how to change it. I lowered the latency, so it should be better that way. But I guess it just doesn't.
Is the scale resolution on OBS set to like 720 or 1080?
I don't know what that is. You have to explain that to me.
Okay, let me boot up OBS here and I'll show you where. Give me a second.
I mean, this game is almost over. Let's do it while they're siding. I mean, you can already figure out how it's done, but we can do it then.
Yeah. I just wanted to have it open so I can walk through with it. Okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, once this game is over, I'll get you through it and we can just restart and start the stream again.
Okay, so Nate Dogg still on that 1-turn clock, but 4 cards in hand. Something has to help, right? There's no way you don't have anything. Okay, we go straight for the rotor. Okay, so he does have rotor, so I'm not sure what he's missing then. Bottomless.
Bottomless.
That is a double-edged sword against return. On one hand, it can really save you, especially on the return summons, because this is actually AoE. This can hit multiple monsters at the same time if they get brought up by return. But on the other hand, you're
heavy.
Yeah, just looking for lethal here. Yeah, that's game over. It was the torrent.
The torrent. Just didn't want to use it.
Okay. Right.
So
let's do the thing real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna want to stop the stream and we can start it back up again.
Oh, okay.
Right after.